every phone call, for everybody that came up to me at a show. Here's part 2. Listen, yo, after the Platinum Souls tour, I deal with Cross Movement. I said my goodbyes cause I had to fly back to St. Louis. I left the tour early for my first semester in school. I was exposed to so much truth that I had to choose between what I had learned and what I was taught to do. In my church home, my zone, I was so confused. The first Sunday morning back, it was like culture shock. Watching the shepherd and sheep explode like a solar pop. That had been shaking, they shaking over these shifty sermons. People spitting and shouting, but nobody's discerning. I left the building, my feelings were crushed, I felt forsaken. The one place I was supposed to come for restoration. In worship of a holy God and exalt him in praises. Spent the whole prayer time rebuking the Satan. Spent the whole sermon time just talking about money. While I was dying inside and spiritually hungry. That's what we need if we gon' properly teach. If we gon' seek and we gon' properly reach. Yeah, that's what we need if we gon' carry our cross. If we gon' effectively disciple the lost. So true, that's what we need if we gon' walk up in holiness, in boldness, and meek in lowliness. That's what we need in this race we running. Proper lessons as we wait for his second coming. Listen, I left the crib, moved into the dorms, so depressed that I ventured in porn. It was a crazy thing. I felt the disconnect from Jesus' arms, so I ceased to write these rhythms and poems to disobey the king. I told my teachers that I was living in sin. In my Bible, I'd never read it again.